You are given exactly 60 seconds to answer this question. If you're done with your answers, you can skip the timer and proceed to the discussion portion to verify whether your answers are correct or not. If you may, you can share your answers as a comment in the comment section below. If you need more time, you can pause this video in any moment you want. Your 60 seconds starts now. To answer this question, let's consider this unit circle. Take note that just like any figure on the Cartesian plane, this is the points on this circle are a combination of x and y coordinates, and they will just differ on their location, the quadrants, because we have 4 quadrants here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in the quadrants we have a variety of the signs. Now we are given here with this task to determine a certain theta, and where would that theta fall together with the condition that the secant of theta is greater than 0 but the cotangent of theta is less than 0. To do this, let's try to look into the relationship of secant and cotangent into either cosine or sine or combination of both, since x and y here can be represented by cosine and sine respectively. Let's start. Secant theta is actually the reciprocal of cosine. This is 1 over cosine theta. This would mean if secant theta is greater than 0, then this ratio is also greater than 0. Okay? When would this be greater than 0? When would a fraction, a rational expression, be greater than 0, or in short, positive? That would mean that the sign of the numerator and the denominator would be the same. If this is positive, this should not be negative here, because if the numerator is positive 1 and whatever be the result of our cosine or denominator is negative, this will not be true. This is only true if the cosine of theta is also positive or greater than 0. Take note that cosine theta is the representation of x in terms of trigonometric functions. In short, for the first condition that secant theta is greater than 0, that means that our x is greater than 0. And this specific figure here, or our Cartesian plane or our unit circle figure, our x positive would be here. This would be the region where our x values or our secant is greater than 0. So it's either quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. But which is which? Let's look into the second condition. Cotangent theta is the ratio of cosine theta over sine theta. In short, if cotangent theta is less than 0, then this ratio is also less than 0, or the ratio of cosine theta and sine theta would be negative. When would this happen if cosine is positive? If cosine is positive, then sine should not be positive. This should be negative, because if we have the same sign here, that would mean this will not be true, because if positive divided by positive, that's positive and greater than 0. This only means that when cosine theta is greater than 0 or cosine here is positive, your sine must be negative, or in notation, your sine theta should be less than 0. Take note that sine theta is the representation of y in terms of trigonometric functions, and hence y is less than 0. So for cotangent theta be less than 0 and cosine theta is already positive or greater than 0, it should only be true if sine is less than 0 or y is less than 0. Which of these regions or axes where y is less than 0? It's this portion here. In short, which quadrant would satisfy the condition? It's this quadrant here. The quadrant is quadrant 4. This would mean that for secant theta be greater than 0 and cotangent theta be less than 0 rather, the value or the arc or the theta should be found on the fourth quadrant. This is how we analyze this problem. It's a little bit shorter than previous videos or other videos in this playlist or in this series, but nevertheless, we really need to analyze this because we might have some concerns related to this later. Thank you for watching.